What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Falcons Daily. I'm your host, Craig Green, CG. I'm here again to bring you everything you need to know about the Falcons on a daily basis. And here we are, just a couple of days away from the schedule release, right after Falcons rookie mini camp. Things are looking good in Flowery Branch right now. Things are feeling really good, especially because of the fact that James Pierce Jr. signed his rookie deal with the Falcons. It's a 4-year contract, fully guaranteed, $16.8 million. He gets $8.8 million on the signing bonus. So again, we talked about it yesterday. No real worries about James Pierce, because he was in the building, he was doing the things, he was talking positive about what was happening, and then there you go, boom, boom, boom. He is sitting there signing his Falcon contract. So he's locked in for the next 4 years, and he is ready to go. So again, loving what we're seeing. All 5 Falcons rookies from the draft class have now been signed. They're all in the building, and they are, in the building and ready to roll for 2025 and beyond. All right, that brings us to some other roster moves that took place, some corresponding roster moves that happened here, one of which was the release, or actually the signing of Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is a linebacker that comes to the Falcons from the Jags. He's bounced around the league a little bit. One of the tryout players that was there at the rookie mini camp, so he impressed the coaching staff. The Falcons decided to bring him on. He's going to have a chance to make the team playing special teams, and also, perhaps being a linebacker in a pinch. But in a corresponding move, the Falcons did let Philip Dorsett, the veteran wide receiver, go. You guys may remember him from the Indianapolis Colts. But Philip Dorsett no longer with the team. Perhaps he could come back later on in another capacity or so. But right now, they saw what they liked out of Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson's going to be in the building. Again, this is a guy who played for the Bears, played for the Jags. He was an undrafted free agent 3 years ago, and came to the league as a highly touted linebacker out of the Southland Conference. Put up some big numbers down there. But now he's going to have a chance again to do his thing in Atlanta and contribute to the special teams unit, try to make that 90-man roster. But again, with a veteran like Dorsett let go, to me that opens a door for a guy like Nick Nash, who was one of the mini camp stars, who impressed some of the coaching and some of the media folks down there in Flowery Branch when he was doing his thing during rookie minicamp. Again, looking at a couple of guys who stood out. First of which, again, Nick Nash, the receiver, didn't have blazing speed. Again, we talked about that. He was right around a 4.57 40. But he does have a big catch radius. He does have big hands. He's an athletic guy. So again, with his frame, he's going to be he could be a big target for the Falcons. Again, somebody who could vie for that wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5 spot, maybe a spot on the practice squad. But right now, good start for Nick Nash as well. And then also another guy who impressed people. We talked about him as well, Joshua Simon, the tight end out of South Carolina. Joshua Simon was looking pretty good out there. He was being featured in some of the 7-on-7 things, and was just looking pretty good. He was, again, impressed a lot of the folks down there, and again, some of the media people took notice. But again, we talked about Joshua Simon and Nick Nash as guys who could possibly shine during this rookie minicamp, guys who could make the Falcons, the Falcons coaching staff take a second look at them, and they're still on the roster right now. They weren't let go, so they're still hanging around. They're still performing well, and we'll see how they do once the full on rookie and veteran minicamp takes place as well. But another guy that caught some people's eye as well was Makai Polk as well. Makai Polk out of Mississippi State, wide receiver. Falcons signed him to a reserve contract back at the beginning of the year, and he also was someone who got the eyes of the coaching staff. So, Makai Polk and also Nick Nash hanging around, and Philip Dorsett, being let go. That goes to show you that the youth movement is strong in Atlanta. Guys, let's take a look here at one last topic. We're just a day or two away from the schedule release. And, the one game I always look for, the 2 games I always look for, of course, is home against the Saints and away against the Saints. I want to know when those games are going to be. I mean, I am of the opinion that these games should get much more national fanfare than they get. They should get much more national attention. So in your opinion, let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think that the Falcons and Saints should be a primetime game or a holiday game every season? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I thought it was really, really cool when the Falcons and Saints played back-to-back on Thanksgiving, those 2 years back-to-back. The first year in Atlanta, second year in New Orleans. I thought that was a really cool touch and a really good nod to the best rivalry, not only in the South in terms of the United States in football, but really the most underrated rivalry in the NFL, and one that is, as we all know as Falcon fans, filled with nothing but what hate and disdain for the New Orleans Saints. We want nothing good for the black and gold down there. Shout out to Derek Carr. Hated him. He had to retire because of injury, but every time we see that black and gold uniform, it's a thumbs down for them. So I think every year the Falcons and Saints should either be on Christmas or Thanksgiving, one or the other, and make it a tradition. Again, it's Southern football at its finest. People talk about the college football feel that it gives. I think that it's, again, the most underrated rivalry in the league. They've been playing each other for well over 55 years, and it doesn't get the national respect that it deserves because they haven't always been at the top of the NFL playing each other. Neither are the Packers and the Bears. I mean, neither have, naming it, the Giants and the Eagles. I mean, it hasn't always been rosy, and those guys haven't always been vying for playoff spots when they play each other. There's been some futility there as well. So, but again, the Falcons and Saints have just as much history as some of these other rivalries. I would love to see the Falcons and Saints play week 1 every year and then again on a holiday, make it Christmas or Thanksgiving. But that's what I think the tradition should be going forward. You guys let me know what you think about that and anything else we've talked about in the comments. And also, again, thank y'all again for getting us over 300 subscribers in such a short time. Please continue to share this podcast with your friends and your family and any Falcons fans you know. Continue to hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on to make sure you don't miss anything new that we are coming out with. We'll be back again to break down the Falcons schedule for you. We'll let you know exactly who, when, and where the Falcons will be taking the field in 2025. That is coming up Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. That's when the schedule will be released, and we'll have something for you on Thursday to break all that down. So again, guys, if you want to give me a follow social media, I am at Craig G Sports. So CRAIG, the letter G, the word sports. Mash it all together. You will find me on all your social media platforms. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Mata hasta mañana, sayonara, and buenos noches.